What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, and today I want to talk to you guys about For Honor. Now, I was really hyped about this game back when Ubisoft announced it years ago during their E3 press conference, and I was fortunate enough to participate in not one, but two closed alphas. Because of the NDA, obviously, I did not talk about it, but I wanted to, and now that the game is finally out for technical alpha, we can talk about it, and here it is, and I'm very, very excited for it. I've seen the game progress quite a bit since when I got my hands on it the first time. Most notably, it now has sound, which is really cool. I've played it on both the PC and the PlayStation 4, and both are amazing looking. If you're not familiar with what For Honor is, take Vikings, take Samurai, and take Crusader Knights, and throw them all into a big arena and have them fight to the death. For Honor. Makes sense now, huh? All right, so you can pick any of these three classes. Each of them have unique heroes assigned to them. Very typical to what Ubisoft has been doing, most notably with the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six reboot, I guess you want to call it, Siege, where they took predefined classes. They did a very similar thing in For Honor. I kind of wish they didn't, but it's customized enough that I feel you're going to find a character that works for you, and you can tweak them enough to make it your own. So, for example, the Vikings have this giant, burly dude who's got a big axe. He would be like the Viking heavy guy, right? On contrast, the Vikings have a little tiny guy with two small daggers, the Berserker. He is for more like light range harassment type attacks. In each of the three types of characters in this game, or the races, or I guess they're not races, types? I don't know. What are Vikings? People? Each of the three have their own sets. Right now in the beta, we're only seeing 6. I assume there will be 9. That would be a light, medium, and heavy for each, both the Samurai, the Viking, and the Crusaders. I would think so. If not, okay, whatever. There may be more. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, there's 6. Got to play with them all. They're freaking awesome. They all handle the same, which is nice. But they all look different. They have different sound effects when they run. They have different taunts. So it really is kind of 3 separate looking games in one. It's very heavily based on what I feel they've perfected in the whole set-piece look back when they were doing some of the older Assassin's Creed games, particularly in Black Flag. There was so much detail in that game put into the way the multiplayer models looked. I feel like they've taken a lot of those assets and brought them here. So you can play 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 4 versus 4. It could be humans against humans or humans against bots. It lets you kind of figure out what playstyle works best for you. They're all fun. Right now the bots are insanely difficult to beat, which I kind of like. There's no difficulty. Again, it's an alpha. We'll work that out. Combat is based on a kind of paper, rock, scissors system almost, where you have 3 directions, up, left, and right. And depending on which way you attack, you select which of those 3 ways you want to attack. The defender then can see that and try that as fast as they can to counter it. If you successfully counter, you can parry, you can block their attacks, you could roll out of the way, you could simply run away. Choices are yours and yours alone. Additionally, you can also you cannot even aim, you could just swing like a madman, which is what most people do right now, which is okay too. It's really fun when you're locked one-on-one with an enemy, but you have to be so mindful that somebody else at any second come up behind you and just absolutely smash you. And it only takes a couple hits from some of the heavier enemies to completely kill you. And when you're dead, you're out for a while. Obviously, teammates could revive you unless you're executed. Cool thing is, depending on how many points you have in the map, depending on how many, if you were executed or not, will determine your respawn time. So it punishes you if you are losing. It takes a little bit longer. And it takes a little bit less if you're attacking on an enemy base, which is a nice feature. So it promotes being aggressive. And I think that's fun. And there's a bunch of little cannon fodder type little 1-point enemies that are around. You can hit them. You have to kind of push the line back and forth, kind of Dynasty Warrior style. However, they can gang up and hurt you, so you have to be mindful of both the NPCs and your hero counterparts, whether they're bot-controlled or human-controlled. It's really a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy the way that the game looks. I love the sound effects, and there's a very rich customization system that I felt was lacking in Rainbow Six Siege. So I'm glad that Ubisoft took my comments to heart and said, you know what, Jim, you're right. We did not give you enough customization. We're going to fix that. So your hero and just an overall appearance look. You can change different parts. It can wear different helmets, shoulder pauldrons, chest plates, leg plates. Each of these can be customized in color, design, material like fabric or different types of metal. You get like a chest banner. You can put like a banner on your body so like you represent the gym tribe or whatever the heck you want to be. Weapons also can be customized. The hilts of the swords, the handles of the axes, the axe blades themselves. Everything can be totally customized. Now, the weapons do have statistics to them. So you can get a hilt that maybe gives you more attack speed. Sometimes they're a penalty. Sometimes they're just a complete upgrade. And that's the only thing that worries me is I feel that newer players may have a harder time. You're going to have people like me who are going to play the hell out of this game when it comes out in February. I think February 17th, maybe? Sometime in February. We're going to play the hell out of this game. We're going to get the best stuff right away because we're going to just grind and grind and grind because we're obsessed. And then new people are going to come on, and they're going to be at a disadvantage. So I don't know how they're going to work that. I would have preferred had each thing had a trade-off. So you could get more attack speed, but you got less power. You can get more of this, or you could get more of that, whatever. So there is some customization there. If you want to go just freaking balls to the wall, two-handed warden dude, swinging your axe and just tackling people like crazy, you can do that. But the hard counter being the samurai, who is very, very nimble, very quick at counterattacking. One-on-one, watching those two fight is very interesting, and I think customization is going to play a very big role in that. There's also a sort of crafting system where you can break down stuff to get more experience for your hero, or overall money to buy goodie bags to get more gear to kind of build up your arsenal. If you decide to deep dive a hero, there are locked progressions. So what they call them feats. So every time you start a match, you have no feats except the ones in your shoes, and you have to work your way up and kill people and get points and capture points and all that sort of thing. And then you'll start unlocking these abilities that can be used only in that game. Then after the game resets, you have to start over. Very similar to Heroes or League of Legends, that sort of thing. Right now, the feats, there's only one feat per each tier, but they open up to 3, and there is some customization there. The only way to get that is to earn experience with that unique hero. So if you really, really love one hero, you're going to want to play with them a lot to unlock everything that they can offer. You could be both a guy or a girl. I just thought of that for customization. And there are some really cool emotes that I've seen teased, but not really in the game yet. I'm sure that will be an unlockable as well. Nothing is more badass than kind of role-playing a 1-versus-1 duel with another guy who's standing there looking at you and taking turns doing your motes, walking up to each other real slow, and then just battling it out for honor right in the middle of a flaming castle or a countryside with a river. There are some environmental things. You can like kick people into spikes, kick them off cliffs, kick them off buildings, that sort of thing. That's a lot of fun to do as well. Very in-depth combat system. It is not an arcade-based. I think a lot of people look at this and say, oh, it's Dynasty Warriors with Samurai, and that is not the case. There is a stamina meter, although it is not as punishing as Dark Souls. There is a stamina meter that is in place, and there are, you have to kind of take your time. Your swings take time. When you swing, sometimes you go off balance if it's a heavy hit. There are preset button combinations like R2X, R2, which will do a twirl attack or like a whirlwind attack, or there's different combinations you can enter akin to like a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Those take time to execute. They take time to prepare. So you got to keep in mind that it's not just a button masher. And the people that are going to go out there and swing wildly will probably have very limited success. And I feel that that simulation element of it really makes the game a lot more fun. Now you can just take a big dude and just wildly do your heavy swing and you're going to hit something. But really, if you want to advance in the game and really make an impact, you really owe it to yourself and owe it to your team to really understand some of the deep mechanics that were put into this game. And I think that's where the real hook is. Yes, it's going to be tons of fun to customize your character, both in appearance and in moveset and in weaponry, but it's how you use your combat, how you use your character in combat that's going to really make you excel above everybody else. This game is supposed to have a single-player campaign, which I assume is going to be more of multiplayer versus bots. I can't imagine there's going to be much of a story per se, instead of like, go get this castle, now go over here. Oh, and meanwhile, like, they've been hyping that up. I don't know if there is, great. If not, great. If this is purely a multiplayer game, very similar to what Rainbow Six Siege was, I think I'd be okay with that, only because of the level of depth. There was something that, if you guys recall, I panned during my Rainbow Six Siege review when I said, you want to go all in multiplayer, that's fine, but go all in. Really make it worthwhile. And I felt like Rainbow Six Siege was missing that. I feel like For Honor captures successfully all the customization, the dailies you can earn, the quests you can do to get more gold, to get more experience, to reharvest materials, to get more experience, to buy better chances at better gear. It's an in-depth hook system that works. It's not what Rainbow Six Siege was, where it was you pick a guy and that's the guy. You may be able to put a silencer on your gun, but that's really about it. This game has really taken that to the next level, and I do like that. So they've listened to the criticism. They've done well. The open alpha is closing in a day or two. I don't know if they're going to do another one or not. It would be great to get more people interested in this game. I'm sold. I was sold when I saw the E3 demo years ago. I was sold when I played the first alpha. I was sold when I played the second alpha. And I'm sold today on this third alpha, which is now for public consumption. So there you guys have it. Everything I think about For Honor. I highly recommend you check this game out if you are a fan of medieval combat in any capacity and you want to watch guys just battling it out, swords clanging in the castle, and the rain and the fire and all the elements that come together. The lighting effects are amazing. The graphics are amazing. The sound is amazing. I can't say enough good things about this game. Check it out. It's For Honor by Ubisoft. That's all I have for today, guys. I got some other stuff coming up later in the week, but until then, enjoy your Sunday. Go Bucks! And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.